This course is will take around 60 hours. So myself, V. Nagashekar, I am the trainer for this advanced Java programming. Duration of the course or course duration around 60 hours. Okay. Today we will not discuss any subject related things. Okay. Today we will discuss overview and basic things what we need to know about this course. Everyone must register. Okay. Registration must be done. Next, must have a laptop or system to practice. Okay, without any laptop or system, you cannot learn anything in this course. Okay, so first of all, in order to attend this course, basic requirements for this course. What are the basic requirements? Means core Java is mandatory. Java up to OOPS concept, it is very much required. Okay, without having object-oriented programming knowledge, you cannot understand this course. Okay, if you don't know about this course, just first learn basics of Java up to OOPS concept, then you can attend this training. Okay, or else లేదు we can learn on our own అని అనుకుంటే then you can attend this course simultaneously, and besides that you can learn core Java. Okay, so you need to basics of HTML. Okay, basics of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, though I will explain, but still some basic knowledge is required. Okay, next, basics of a database. Basics of database queries. Okay, in this course we are going to deal with MySQL database. Okay, throughout the course we will see database related operations with the MySQL database. Okay, which is from Oracle. If requires some bootstrap also. We may discuss, we may not discuss about bootstrap, but let it be. Okay, basics of Java is must and should. Without having this knowledge, you cannot understand anything in this course. Okay, so these are optional to some extent. Okay, maybe this is very simple to understand HTML and CSS and JavaScript, but it is very much important. Basics of SQL queries also, it's very simple. Okay, those are one line, two line statements. You can learn through the internet also. You can search for Google for queries, select, create, delete, update, alter, drop. Okay, so software setup that we are going to work with. So Eclipse, we will use Eclipse IDE. And we use MySQL database, MySQL server, you can say MySQL server, and MySQL workbench. MySQL workbench. What else? Servlet and JS API means internally Tomcat will provide all these things. It is a server which can run our application or web application. You can use any other, okay, web application or application server. And JDBC API. Internally, we will work with servlet CSPs and JDBC API. Okay, so what else this course contains, or what we are going to discuss throughout this course. Everyone must maintain the attendance. Okay. Without regular attendance, we cannot understand most of the concepts. Okay, this is not like core Java. Okay, you can refer somewhere else. This is somehow difficulty or confusing. Okay, so that if you attend properly without any issues, you can understand more easily. Okay. You need not to worry about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript and Bootstrap. Okay, I will explain how much required. How much is required for our course? I will explain up to them. Okay, I will give some references. I will give some tasks to learn about this. Okay, you need not to worry about it. Okay. Strong understanding on OOPS is must and should. Okay. Without having knowledge on OOPS concept, you cannot learn these concepts. Okay. Next, we will learn about, first we will see JDBC. Okay. First we will see JDBC. Then we will see servlets and JSPs. First of all, servlets, and then we will see JSPs. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. Okay, which allows to interact with the database. Okay, whatever the database it was, we can communicate by using our Java program. So next, servlets and JSPs. These are also there is no abbreviation for this. Servlets, just servlets. You can see abbreviation for JSPs. Java Server Pages. Okay. This allows to develop a dynamic web page. It means inside HTML page. Sorry for the interruption. In HTML, first you need to know what is HTML page. HTML page is used to show the content. Okay, just show the, it will just show the content. In HTML, you can see the static data. Okay, you can see only static data. Dynamically, HTML cannot generate dynamic data like time or weather report or some other data. I will give some examples later. Okay, but by using JSPs, you can generate dynamic data like a dynamic drop down. Consider an application. By selecting the country, it will display all the available states. By selecting a particular state, it will display districts. Okay. By selecting a particular district, it will display all the municipalities. Okay. This is nothing but dynamic data. Okay. Based upon the input, the data will be generated dynamically. Okay. What is static data? Static data means ఒకసారి మనం డిజైన్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇట్ విల్ రిమైన్స్ ఫర్ ఎవర్ లైక్ ఓకే చాలా ఫ్రీక్వెంట్గా మనం డేటాని చేంజ్ చేయాలి, స్టాటిక్గా ఉంటుంది. సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ W3 schools, you can see the static data. Okay, most probably the data inside that site will not be changed. Okay, not frequently. Okay, like that. And both servlets and JSPs allows us to develop web applications. Okay, web applications. A JDBC is an API which allows us to connect with the database. Okay. So as of now, no recordings will be provided. Everyone must attend the live sessions. Okay. If we started providing live session recording sessions, no one will attend to the live sessions. I hope you understand the reason why we are not providing recording sessions as of now. So these two are part of J2EE. Okay. So these two are part of J2EE. What is J2EE stands for? J2EE stands for Java to Enterprise Edition. Okay. Enterprise Edition. If you attend the core Java, which is taught by me, you have the idea what is J2EE, what is J2SC, what is J2ME. Okay, I explained at that time. So Java to Enterprise Edition, it is a collection of classes and interfaces. Okay, it is a collection of classes and interfaces which allows to develop web applications, to develop mailing services, to develop SMS services. Okay, a lot more are there. Inside J2EE, we are going to learn servlets and JSPs. Servlets and JSPs. Lot more are there. Okay. Among them, we are going to learn servlets and JSPs. Okay, which are used to develop a web application, a dynamic web applications. Okay. So JDBC is a part of J2SC. Okay, we will find inside J2SC. I will show you. You can see all these classes inside java.sql.star package. Inside this package, you can find all the related classes and interfaces related to JDBC. Okay. So up to this, you need not to worry about HTML, CSS, JS, and Bootstrap. Okay. Whenever we start servlets and JSPs, you need to worry about HTML and CSS. Okay. Meanwhile, everyone try to learn HTML and CSS. Okay. Basics of HTML and CSS, so that whenever we start servlets and JSPs, it will be easier for you to understand the programming. Okay. Okay. Let us see. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Okay. It will display the data onto the web page. Okay. Only just for displaying purpose. Okay. Not for styling purpose. Comes to CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, which which allows to style the font or background or various components. Okay. By using CSS, you can design colorful web pages. Okay, you can apply some variant styles. Okay, we will see if possible. Okay, and JavaScript. JavaScript is a client side scripting language. Okay, which will run on the browser on the fly. Okay, on the fly JavaScript will run. Suppose I hope you already filled the confirmation form, right? In particular fields, if you try to enter some wrong data, it will not allow you, right? How it will not allow you? So at the time of development, developers may write some JavaScript, okay? So what that JavaScript says, whenever you try to submit a form or application or submit button, it will check all the data. Correct ga unda leda. Suppose enter your first name. So you cannot enter your mobile number or something else, okay? Like that. Let it be phone number. You cannot enter the phone number in terms of words, right? So those will be cross-checked by using JavaScript. Okay. By using JavaScript, we can validate. Okay. At what end it will be validated? At client side. Who is the client? A browser is the client. Okay. Browser is the client, not you. Browser is the client who is requesting to a particular page. Suppose we are requesting data from W3 schools, right? So suppose I'm opening Chrome and requesting www.w3schools.com. So Chrome is the client which is requesting www.w3 schools server. Okay. Then W3 school server will respond with the appropriate data. Okay. So this is the basic overview about the training. If you have any doubts, let me know. Otherwise, we will see some basic introduction about database programming or database. Okay. Everyone must have a system or laptop, whatever it may be, for practice purpose. You cannot remember or understand by just listening the classes. Okay. You will see lot of errors, lot of mistakes in the sessions. Okay. So you need to download Eclipse. I hope you already downloaded Eclipse. MySQL server. I will show you how to download the SQL server, and Workbench. Workbench is an IDE just like Eclipse. Okay. And servlets and JSPs which are already available in the Tomcat server. We are using Apache Tomcat in these sessions. Okay. And JDBC API is a part of Java, means JDK or J2SC. So we need not to separately download JDBC API. Currently, no core Java sessions are going on. Any doubts up to this? We will take your attendance through Google Forms. Okay. Most of you already know that daily we will provide a feedback form which will contain some questions regarding this training. So you have to explain your opinions on this training regularly. As this is a part of JDBC servlets and JSPs, it may take some more time. So that's why it is 60 hours. Maybe it will be sufficient, it may not be sufficient. Okay. So JDBC is entirely different and servlets and JSPs are related. Okay. JDBC is entirely different. You can take runtime notes in the sessions. Okay. You can take the screenshots if required. You can take the runtime notes. Okay. Or else, if you ask me particularly, I will give some references for further learnings. Okay. Some assessments will be conducted. Okay. Those assessments mostly on core Java. Okay. If you have any queries regarding timings, please let me know. You can interact with me through chat box, or whenever it is possible, I will give direct communication. I will unmute you. Okay. So I'm waiting for your response. One more thing, if any one of your friends are interested about this advanced Java program, please let them know. so that they can benefit from this training. Without registration, don't attend these sessions. Okay, registrations are mandatory. In these trainings, I can deal Java, Core Java, Advanced Java, Python, cloud computing, MS Office, but as of now, I'm dealing Advanced Java. Core Java is already completed. Timings can be around like 9 to 5. It cannot exceed 9 to 5. Okay. In between 9 to 5, you can provide the available times. So here I'm providing the registration form. So give your confirmation by filling this form. Okay. WhatsApp group will be created for your batch. Okay. If you have any queries or any subject related things, you can post your questions. You can ask your doubts in the WhatsApp group. It may take 1-2 days. Okay, then we will see some basic introduction to database programming. So I hope you already know OOPS concept. If you don't know OOPS concept, just start learning OOPS concept by referring YouTube links or some sites. Core Java is basic Java. Mostly in the outside, people are saying Core Java. Basic J2 is the standard edition. Core Java is standard edition. Let me know how many of you don't know basics of Java up to OOPS concept. After completion of this advanced Java, we are planning to conduct project-based training. Okay. After completion of this only, we will be planning attendance. Attendance will be considered based on feedback form and your presence in the meeting. Okay. ఎవరెవరు అటెండ్ అయ్యారు అనేది మాకు ఒక రిపోర్ట్ జనరేట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఎవరు ఎంతవరకు అటెండ్ అవుతున్నారు అనేది we will consider from there. Okay. So let us start some basics of a JDBC. One more thing, certification will also be provided on successful completion of assessment only. Okay. Assessment successful ఎవరైతే కంప్లీట్ చేస్తారో ఫైనల్ అసెస్మెంట్ they only get the certification. Okay. Remaining will not get the certification. So let us start. Okay, so we will see software setup today so that you will be prepared for next classes. Eclipse, let us start with Eclipse. It is open source. You need not to pay anything for Eclipse. Just click on Eclipse downloads. Everyone see, I will not explain again and again. Okay. See, here you will find download 64-bit because my system is 64-bit operating system. Okay. So that it is suggesting or showing me this link. If you click on this, it will ask like this. See, you need not to worry about this data, Japan or China or something else. Okay. So just click on download. Just click on download. It will be downloaded. So see, it is around 102 MB, right? I already installed Eclipse in my system. Okay, just download it, and after completion of download, just double click on it. It will be installed. Okay, Eclipse install అవ్వాలంటే ఖచ్చితంగా మీ సిస్టంలో జావా అనేది ఇన్స్టాల్ అయి ఉండాలి. Okay, so that is Eclipse. If you don't have Java file in your systems, I already loaded in my drive. Most of you know already. If you are new to these trainings, see here. This is JDK 8, okay, Java 8 version. So here I am providing the JDK file. Okay, by referring to this link, you can download this Java file. Okay, that is Java. Next, MySQL server. Today around 178 people gave the confirmation for attending this program, but if you see the attendance count now, it is 70. What about 108 people? See here, you will find the installers. Okay, see, go to this or else here. You can download any one of these. It's better to install installer. Okay, installer అనేది ఒక file. It will download all the related files. Okay, some application may require some other files. Okay, జనరల్గా అయితే ఒక అప్లికేషన్ మనం డౌన్లోడ్ చేస్తే ఆ అప్లికేషన్కి కావాల్సిన రిలేటెడ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ని కూడా మనమే మాన్యువల్గా డౌన్లోడ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, whenever it comes to installer, okay, you need not to download all the related files. Okay, this installer will install all the related files. That's the difference between installer file and a normal file. Okay. You can see, you can refer various links. Okay, even you can refer YouTube also. Even you can search here. Okay, how to download and install. Just try on your own. Okay. You can refer any one of the links. See here, you will find so many links. Just try like this. Okay. So that is regarding MySQL server. Internally, it will provide MySQL workbench also. I explained earlier, right? MySQL workbench. If you didn't find the MySQL workbench, you can directly ask for MySQL workbench. See, here also you will find the installer. See, installer will. This is installer. I think this is full file. This is it. Only 2.5. This is around 400 MB, right? So this, it contains complete files. It will again download some other files. Okay, that's the difference between installer and complete setup. Next, install Apache Tomcat. It takes some time. Okay, after this let it be Tomcat తర్వాత చూద్దాం. So after this, just download all these softwares. First one is Java. I hope you already have Java. Above Java 8, anyone is fine. అంటే Java 8 version నుంచి above ఏదైనా okay. Next, Eclipse. Eclipse, almost you will find the latest version. Okay, I don't know what is latest. We'll find the latest version. And MySQL server. Okay, just install the MySQL server. Try to install on your own by referring Google. Okay, still if you face any problem, I will explain later. Okay, this is about software setup. Whenever we start servlets and JSPs, we will see Tomcat, HTML, CSS, all those things. Okay, so up to this clear, everyone? If you are very much interested in practicing this, don't wait for my comments. Okay, don't wait for my suggestions or my instructions. Just start practicing. Okay, and remember one more thing, I will not explain any core concepts like OOPS, interfaces, inheritance like this. Okay, I will just explain whenever it is required. Okay, it is your responsibility to have the knowledge on OOPS concept. Mostly you will find the latest version only here. Okay, or else if you want specifically some version, you can find it. It is open source. MySQL is also open source. Why we choose MySQL is it is open source. You can also choose Oracle, some other. Okay, but we will use MySQL. You will find both 32 and 64. See, my system is 64, so that it is showing 64-bit download option. If you are having 32-bit system, it will give you 32-bit option here. Okay, you need not to worry about that. It will give you the appropriate version. See how intelligent it is. Just try on your own, you will find. Any questions up to this? Any doubts, not questions? See here, Eclipse ID for Java developers, 32-bit. You have to search, okay? You can also see the various downloads options here. Okay, let us start. Which form it is? Is it really feedback form? This is not the feedback form. This is just like confirmation for advanced Java training or else registration you can consider. Whoever registered for advanced Java program earlier, I sent mails to all of you yesterday night so that check your email and fill this form. Okay, there also you will find this form link. Okay, accordingly fill the form so that we will consider you are attending to this program. Okay, so so today try to start download Eclipse, the MySQL server, MySQL workbench. Okay, any queries regarding this program? Let me know.